Hello, welcome to Saturday Night Reading Sprint. I decided to do an extra sprint because I'd got a little bit of extra time on StreamYard, so if anybody spotted this, thank you for joining us. I haven't tweeted about it, also because my little boy didn't want to go to bed last night, so I thought it might be a bit of a risk that might not actually turn up. But touch wood, he's in bed, let's hope he stays. So I'm going to be doing some writing, some reading. I may bring a couple of people on screen later if anyone's willing. So yeah, let me talk to you about what I'm reading, writing, and then I'll jump to the comments as people are arriving to see what you're reading. So the book I'm properly reading is this one. It's called It Came from the Woods. It's from the Shiver Point series, which will be coming out in September. This is a proof copy and it just arrived, and I've been really excited about this one, so I kind of dropped everything to read it. I'm also reading the YA Book Club pick for this month, Last One to Die by Cynthia Murphy, which I'm really enjoying, so I may pick that one up later. And also I'm reading Black Heat by Bex Hogan, which is a fantasy book. I'm about halfway through. What am I using as a book? Oh, I'm using a Beetlejuice notepad as a bookmark, of course I am. So these are my three choices tonight, so let me know if any of those look more appealing than the other to you. I'll also be working on a project that's not Mina. I'm doing a writing project that I'm currently editing, so I'm going to be working on that and looking around me because it's not here, I need to grab it. I've got my final check of the Taste of Darkness anthology to do, which comes out in September, so I think I've got one more story left to read, so I'll probably be dipping into that as well. So you'll see me up and down getting lots of things done tonight. I've just realised that the Toy Story alien is joining us this evening as well. It's too warm to touch anything fluffy, so I'll just leave it there for now. So there's a couple of people in the comments, and then if things are quiet to start with, we'll go to sprints, and then if anybody else pops up, then we can have a chat. Hi Stephen, I'm glad you're enjoying Hotel Haunted House. I'm still not sure about that one. I actually started reading it and it got a couple of things in it like to do with grief and stuff, so I was like, I don't know. It might be the first Grady Hendrix book that I don't read, but if you can convince me it's worth reading, then I might give it a go at some point. A lot of people have said that it's really good. I think that's it for comments so far, so I will just go to this first sprint. It might be that this is quite on tonight, and if so, I can get lots done. And if more people join, obviously let us know in the comments what you are getting up to and what you are reading tonight. So I've just set everything up. I'll set the kitty off, so we will be back in 40 minutes. Hello. We're back and we're joined by Han, and I can see you and you're moving, so that's promising.
That's promising, at least it's working.
Excellent. Yeah, we were just talking in messages about internet connection. I think StreamYard is brilliant, but if there's any problem with internet, it's the only thing that makes it go, nope, not today. So how are you? I feel like it's been a while since we've kind of seen each other. I know we've chatted occasionally.
Yeah, I'm all right. Today was busy because we had that Great North Author Tour thing.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm a bit knackered tonight, but
Did it go well?
Yeah, I think it did. At least all the authors have enjoyed themselves. So
I've been seeing stuff on social media. I forgot that that's what that was. I'm living in a bit of an editing cave at the minute, so I feel like the outer world feels less real than the actual inner world sometimes. Yeah, well, thank you for joining us, even though you are tired and busy and stuff. So what are you planning to read tonight? I think you mentioned in the comments, but you can tell us on screen.
Okay. Yeah, I mentioned in the comments I'm reading a book called Resting Witch Face, which is I know every book in this series is like a witch pun, because it follows like 6 witchy sisters, and this one I'm reading, it's like a romance with a vampire.
Oh, nice.
And I quite enjoy them. They're really they've been really quick reads, but like just enjoyable, happy reads.
Who are they by?
Juliet Cross.
Cool. I'm always looking for stuff like that, like anything that kind of. I know. Did you say you hadn't read the True Blood books?
No, I haven't yet.
See, I think you need to try them, because I'm always looking for something that will fill that kind of True Blood feel, like something that's just super easy to read. And I mean that in the biggest compliment, like as a writer, like it's really Moorish and not too complex in terms of emotion or anything. Like you can kind of, like what you're reading is what it is on the page. And I just read stuff like that to relax. It's really nice. And there's lots of romance and mystery and stuff. It's really good.
Yeah, these books have a lot of like mystery sub sort of plots to them, and they're set in New Orleans. So
oh my god,
there you go.
have I not read them?
And they sort of feel a bit like Charmed, but I've not watched much of Charmed, so I'm not too sure how good that comparison is, but it gives me the same vibe.
I feel like you've got lots of homework to do, like
I know.
read some people watch some Charmed. How old, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you? Because I feel like maybe you've missed the time when I was watching the first time around.
I'm 24, so my sort of go-to thing was Supernatural. So I'm like going back.
Yeah, so I think because I watched like Charmed and Buffy when they were first on, I think sometimes when you meet people in their 20s, like if you didn't have that kind of immediate heightened teenage response to it, it sort of passes you by. But I think I was like my late teens or early 20s when Supernatural came out, something like that. So I was still quite kind of, I feel young and impressionable and kind of, and loved it. I think I'd love it now if I watched it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Before we go to the comment, important question: do you have a favourite Supernatural brother?
Oh, Dean, hands down.
See, I'm funny. Yes, Dean, in terms of the humour and stuff. I think Jared Padalecki as well. Like he's very tall. Like he's got interesting hair and stuff. And like I don't know, I finally met him at convention and like properly felt very like unbothered. He was really lovely. Like I waited a long time in the queue and stuff, and he was so friendly to everyone and kind of gave everybody a little bit of time and stuff.
Oh, lovely.
So
I'm so like nervous because I'm meeting Jensen in October, and I'm like, am I going to just totally like freak myself out about it?
Okay, I'm sure I've told the story before, but I'll tell it again. I met Jensen Eccles, and he was really nice, and I was really nervous, but the girl in front of me passed out in the queue, and I was like, I'm not that nervous or excited to meet him, so I think if you don't do that, he's probably seen more dramatic responses. I felt really bad for like, imagine me so excited that you just like KO.
I went to meet Joseph Quinn at London, and a girl had passed out, but after she'd got her photo with him, and I was like, props to her for keeping it together until afterwards, sort of thing.
I remember one of the early times I met Jason Momoa a few times, and I was shaking. One of the times that I met him, I was like, stop shaking, what an idiot. And I just couldn't stop myself. So yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Like they are just normal humans, but you've spent so much time like watching them and loving stuff that they're in, and it feels important, isn't it? And you know you've got this like one fragment of time with them that you just want to make a good impression and not like fall at your feet or something. Oh, I'm excited for you. What is it that you're going to see him at?
He is at Liverpool Comic Con.
Nice. Oh, I feel somebody else cool is there as well. I need to look into this. I haven't been to Liverpool before, but I really enjoyed Frankfurt. It was very, very busy and quite chaotic. But it was the people I met. It was amazing. It was definitely worth it. I need to do a post about that. Actually, I met some very cool people that weekend.
Need to share it.
I've got honestly, I've got so many. Like I said, editing cave. I meant to do more posting about going to Disney and stuff, and I just didn't. So I'm just gonna do a non-chronological. I think as the work eases up, I'll just start sharing the stuff that I've been doing that I've not to share. But it's all good. I'm working on things I'm enjoying. It takes a lot of focus. Let's see what the people in the comments are doing, and I will chat about how I'm getting on. Excellent. Oh, I've totally managed to miss all the Glastonbury stuff. Have you missed it today because of all the exciting author things?
Yeah, my family are watching it now, but I was just sort of I'll go back on YouTube or something afterwards.
I was thinking that. I'm not even really sure who's there apart from Elton John, and I probably need to watch his bit.
Yeah.
So I go back and just watch which other segments. I'm not a big festival person. I find them a bit overwhelming. I went to Leeds Festival one year because Paramore and Blink-182 were there, and Weezer. Really good. But yeah, we did find quite a bit of the crowd to stand in because it was a lot. So let's see, apart from Glastonbury, what else are you doing? Oh, that was what you were reading the other night. You have to let us know how you're doing with that. The Laughing Policeman, a supernatural horror crime thriller. That is a lot to digest in a statement. I didn't think that was what it's Sharon, so I knew it was going to be something a little spooky, but that's an interesting title. Hello. Oh, I haven't read any TJ Klune. I'm sure, is it you, Han, who has read TJ Klune? I feel like we've had this conversation.
Yeah, TJ Klune's one of my favourite authors. I have a tattoo for one of the books. But I haven't read that one, so to catch up.
Yeah, so is it TJ Klune who writes some horror and some fantasy as well, or am I mixing that with somebody else?
That's T. Kingfisher.
Just different team. I haven't read any TJ Klune. Did they write I'm so bad at this. Something about Whispering Door.
Yeah, Under the Whispering Door.
Okay. Yeah. I do need to read that. All these books, just the book titles merge into my head. I was thinking something about a Cerulean Sea as well, and Regular Witch Society, all of these books they all sound very good, but I haven't read them yet. Oh, so that was the one that I needs to read. Oh, and here she is now. Hello, Charlie. Thank you for coming on. I just did a total surprise sprint. I'm not sure many people here when I said this, but Nathan didn't sleep very well last night, and I'd got this one scheduled, but I'd not post about it because I thought, well, if he doesn't go to sleep, I can just cancel it and not let anybody down who was coming on. So I didn't ask anybody to come on, and still there's lots of lovely familiar faces here, so I appreciate that, just spotting that I'm doing it and joining in. Thank you. I didn't know what else was going on. I probably should have just checked if anybody else did conference time before I start one, but Sharon, every time you tell me something about your life, it's really fascinating. I think we need to sit and talk about this at some point. Maybe we should get Sharon on and just say, talk us through, tell us from the start of the 80s what you were doing. I think we all need to. Yeah, I do. I need to. Are they cozy fantasy?
Yeah, sort of wholesome, found family vibes.
Oh, yes. Legends and Lattes has kind of made me think that is my specific fantasy niche that I need to kind of pursue, because I've mentioned before, anything that's really big fantasy with long names and far off places, I'm just a bit lost. But if it's cozy and feels a bit grounded in something I can recognise, even if the world's got orcs and other creatures walking around, if it feels cozy and kind of relatable, setting up a coffee shop, I can totally vibe with it.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm gonna have to try and get those. Okay, so I think I've caught up on the comments. I ended up doing a bit of admin in between writing, so I was super focused and then getting distracted by doing bits of social media and stuff. Sorry, Kev, still doing the admin with Kev. Kev is the kind of admin assistant and husband, video editor, all of it that everybody needs. He's very good at keeping on track. He'll go, you're supposed to be getting somebody was meant to send me something in the post, and literally today he was like, are you supposed to be receiving X, Y, and Z in the post? And then it arrived, and I was like, gosh, you are good. You are good. You know what's happening in my life. I'm glad someone does. So sorry, tandem there. I did a bit of admin, finished a chapter, so I really want to edit one more chapter tonight, so I'm going to plunge straight into that. This is the bit, I don't know whether you find this, Han, but sometimes when you're editing, you're like, oh, this is good, and I'm happy, and I'm enjoying it. And then you get to the scene where you're like, oh, this is where the plot, it goes on a fork, and what I originally wrote it forks off at this point, and I know it's going to be really difficult. So I'm coming to the hard bit of the edit. I've done like these reading the nice stuff at the beginning that made sense. I went a bit rogue, and I need to undo what I did to myself. So yeah, let's see what the last couple of comments say. Yes, I've never been to download. Like I said, one gentle attempt at Leeds, which I did really enjoy. Kev gets a little shout out. Hollis says hi, Kev. Kev said, which is about, I don't really hear that. It's about as much talking as. No, it wasn't a sarcastic that was just the Kev who isn't on camera ever or he doesn't talk a lot. So yeah, you did well there, Paul. You got an actual response. Yeah, I'm really tempted. Like, is this gonna be the book that I order after tonight? I'm starring the comment and I'm like, I've been quite good with buying books because I've been so busy writing. Like, reading seems to like slip down a little bit, but I'm reading some good ones. If anybody hasn't seen yet, because I just showed this right at the beginning, this is called It Came from the Woods, I think. Yes. It's for the Shiver Point series, which come out in September. Very, very good. Short, middle grade, a bit goosebumps. I'm also reading a fantasy. Yes, I know. I'm reading a fantasy that comes out in July. I'm just checking it. It comes out in July, which is really feminist and cool. And I love Bex Hogan's books, so it's a good one. And I'm reading the Y Book Club pick, so I'm just reading 3 books at the same time in between writing. So, I'm going to do it. I'm going to order it. I think once I looked and it was expensive to buy, and I went, I'll buy that at another point. Because is it still out in hardcover? I think it was in hardcover when I looked.
It's out in paperback now.
Oh, is it? Okay, maybe I looked when it was in hardcover and went, no. So maybe paperback's probably a good thing for me now. Okay, let's do another sprint. I'll probably go and watch that book. Thank you, everyone. And I meant that sincerely, honestly. I'm just also thinking about my bank balance, like scrolling down with all the books. Okay, so let's do another 40-minute one, and then we will catch up on the other side. Hello. It's just, yeah. Hello everyone, Charlie's joined us. Adding a little bit of sunshine to a already miserably sunny day where I am. I could have done with a bit of darkness and cloud and gloom, but I suppose I'll take the sunshine. How are you, Charlie?
I'm not too bad, thank you. How are you?
Good, fine, thank you. Apart from melting. I am wearing a black t-shirt, that's just probably my fault. But it's got the Goonies on, look, Goonies. Can't not wear the Goonies t-shirt. Yeah, so I'm still editing. I'm like halfway through editing a chapter that I'm having fun with, that I really want to finish tonight. So instead of reading and flaking out like I normally do or watching TV, I'm going to actually write in the last one. So yeah, I'm like, it's close. How about you, Charlie? What are you planning to do in the last sprint?
I've got a few
And how did you do in that one?
Well, I've basically, we all know I adore The Bone Shard Daughter, and it's a trilogy. And I recently got the last book, and I was like, I'm just going to reread the whole thing. So I've started book 1 again, because why not? And then I've been sorting out mail. Look what arrived.
Oh.
But yeah, so I'm probably just going to continue that because it's too warm for me to do anything. I don't like it.
This sounds like a good plan. And yes, I need to read. Is it Rebel Fire, the first book?
Rebel Fire is the second one. I have it here. Look at me.
Okay, tell me what's the order? What? Rebel Skies.
Look at you.
I feel like you might have told me that I would be able to manage those. Would I be able to manage them? Are they accessible, digestible?
Yeah, they're really fun. I like it. It's not this one. I've got the proof copy of the first one, and Anne's written cheese in it. Because when she was writing it, she went down like a research rabbit hole and realised that only one place in one time period of the setting would have had cheese, and it just became this story that we talked about every time we talked about the book. So I made her write cheese in my proof copy, and she just looked at me like, "Are you okay, hun?" It's like, yeah.
I'm just trying to think now, what's the weirdest thing? Somebody once asked me to write They Got the Mustard Out, which is a quote from the Buffy musical episode in one of their books. So I was like, okay. And luckily I know what that's about, so that's fine. That might have been weirder if I hadn't known the Buffy reference linked to it. And I once got asked to write a quote from my own book, panicked, couldn't think of any quotes from my book that ever existed, even though I wrote it. So that was a bit awkward. I eventually did think of one that I was quite pleased with, but why is it that when people put you on the spot, like if somebody says, what's your favourite book, you're like, I don't read.
No, I totally get that. And like, the more I love something as well, like the more I love a book, the less likely it is I can tell you anything about it. I can tell you vibes. I will shove vibes down your throat all day long, but if you want actual plot, no, couldn't tell you.
It's like when people say to me, you don't read fantasy, and I'm like, not that much. Why is Daughter of Smoke and Bone one of your favourite books? And I'm like, it's a fantasy book, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, yeah, I just like it. It's difficult being put under pressure. It's quite interesting, people walking up to you and knowing, like, not knowing what they're going to say. It's really fun. I like the randomness of it all. Like, sometimes you expect it, and sometimes somebody says something to you, and you're like, oh, didn't know that, didn't expect it. I like it. I need to do some more signing. I feel like I do a lot of stuff around Halloween, and then it gets quiet when people want to read like not spooky books. But it seems to be ramping up over the summer. Like almost every day, almost every weekend in July, I'm doing some book thing or another. So that's nice. So Han, how about you? We went off on a slight tangent. How did that spring go for you?
Fine.
I'm going to mess up the title of it. What's it called?
Resting Witch Face.
Face. My brain was going Dead Witch Walking. That's a different series. Resting Witch Face.
Yeah, yeah. I think I've read like 2 more chapters of it, and then I got distracted by somebody texted me a question about that secret project I mentioned at the last stream. So I've been trying to translate sticky notes. I mean, it's not that much of a secret. Basically, it's a long
Oh, I think we've just like, is that's hand on the thing where she's pretending that she can't tell us a secret?
Oh.
She's like pretending
Oh my
to be
god!
frozen.
Please tell me it just froze out. Like
I'm
as you
totally.
tell us the secret. Like, did you just tell us the secret and it just stopped?
My Wi-Fi.
That was timing.
That was insane. It's not. I was about to say it's not much of a secret, and then my computer disagreed. I don't.
Is that the universe telling you that you shouldn't tell us? Let's just check. Like, are you okay to tell
No, it is fine to tell. Because it won't happen for ages, basically. But I am planning to open a bookshop.
Yeah.
So, like a specific like fantasy and horror genre bookshop, not everything sort of thing. So,
where can I come?
Very cool news.
You're gonna. Yeah, I need to
come. I mean, I did think like Whitby would be appropriate, but I don't think I can afford to live in Whitby as well. So it might be a case of staying Teesside, but that's fine.
Whitby would be amazing. I did a signing at the Whitby bookshop and it was absolutely lovely, but it was amazing how many people walked in like looking for a map book and saw that I was like writing vampire books and kind of edged away, and I was like, you're in Whitby and you're not looking for vampire books. So yeah, maybe that they need, yeah, I was surprised. Like there were vampire fans, but there were also people who went, yeah, I'm here for walking, I'm not here for Dracula. So maybe they do need
walking.
You then. Bring a little bit of the horror.
Who wants to walk?
I know. That's what I was just thinking.
I like walking, but I think walking, like, it definitely goes vampires, Dracula, like.
Oh yeah.
Walking's fine, but it's like, you know.
It's not vampires, is it?
It's not vampires.
That's just like tangent there. The surprise
walking
of my
is the thing you do to get to the place where the vampires are. That's
or away from, depending on.
Or away from, yeah. Although maybe you should run those vampires.
Yeah, probably.
Not that it would do you much good.
No. Oh, Han, that's really cool. I'm very pleased for you. I'm all in favour of people doing exactly the thing that they want to do. Like you said, like being realistic about it. You're not saying like I'm going to move to California and do it.
No.
Like, you could if you wanted to, but like it was kind of a thing, like have a dream and like kind of keep it real at the same time, I think.
And I like the stay local sort of thing, because we're in an area where they're really pushing for reading, so like to contribute a little bit if I could.
That's very cool. And you've got two people on screen who, if you want Fantasy Rex, I don't know which side Charlie will come up on, but Fantasy Rex and Horror Rex, we're here for you.
What side will I come up on? Do.
Yeah, I never know this. Like, whenever because I gesture a lot, whenever I introduce people, I'm always like,
which hand?
StreamYard, and oh look, I'm distracted again. What was I saying? Hello.
So cute.
I didn't want to say hello. I just wanted to knock the computer.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say there's a cat who doesn't want to play. Oh, on the side
Don't jump on the pile of books. Come on.
My mother-in-law has got the biggest, fluffiest cat. Those with the really big paws that can grow to absolutely massive. It is so cute. And normally it doesn't want to play with my 3-year-old for a huge amount of time, but it was so hot and tired today in the heat that it just lay there and let him stroke it. So it was absolutely awesome.
Just do what you want.
Less awesome for the cat.
Just jumped off my head.
But
let's
go through the comments. Oh. Is your cat play mind games with you there, Charlie?
It's just jumped down because I picked it up to stop it knocking the computer. So obviously, no, we don't want to be on your knee. And now it's sat on the floor, reaching up and pawing me as if to say, I would like to come back up. You can jump up if you want to. I'm not. You're bullying me. Stop it.
Someone knows you're on screen and that they are not the centre of attention and want some more attention.
Just play mind games with me.
Hi, Mel. Oh, we'll probably miss Sharon, but if you're still here, bye-bye, Sharon. We'll catch up with you later. Yeah, I like a timer. I know that some people, it makes them feel like more frantic, but I find that I just go into this sort of stasis when there's no timer and no, it's like, oh, I could just sit and scroll TikTok for 20 minutes. Or if there's a timer telling me I've only got 20 minutes, I will actually be productive. So yeah, I'm glad it helps other people too. Oh, we've probably lost Paula as well.
It's not fun.
Hardbacks are the worst. They're deadly, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, thank you for joining us. Well done, Nicole. Productive, like dealing with pets and reading. Nice. Got some new friends? New friends on stream, like I haven't known you two for quite some time. It's too hot. I can't sentence at the moment. Charlie and Hannah here, in case nobody noticed. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, right.
Yes, please.
We need more fantasy bookshops, just saying.
Come on,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did wonder whether Han was having us on for a second. It's like, I'm going to tell you some really good.
Yeah.
We went to see the Stitch show at Disney, and Stitch does a little bit of that. Like Lilo rings him, and he's done something really naughty, and he's like, "My phone's cut out." It's really cute. That was a really bad Stitch impersonation. He does a whole bit of like he's talking to her, and you have to pretend to be zoo animals so that he thinks. So Lilo will think that he's in a zoo and not like stealing shits.
There you go.
So cute. I just, I think it was Paula said that there's loads of Stitch stuff on the Asda website at the moment, and I went and
I got this from Asda. It was like £12, and it's
amazing.
It's
so
just,
cute.
Oh, sorry.
I don't think that was on there. Otherwise, I would have ordered it. But yeah, I ordered many things that I do not need with Stitch on. Mostly my toddler balls, so for me. Mutual benefit. Oh, you made good choices. I'll smile. Yay! Customers piling up. No pressure, Han. Just
I know.
Please.
I'm piling up, and then I'll be like,
already, so.
It's I think setting up a business is a daunting thing, isn't it? But it's obviously something that you know a lot about already, and you're really passionate, and you've worked in a bookshop, so you know. Work in a bookshop, so you know kind of the realities of what it's like. I think you're going into it like knowing, so that's cool.
Yeah, a bit of experience under me.
Have you got any thoughts about? So you're studying, aren't you? So you're kind of thinking that you will.
Yeah, still studying for another year, maybe. So it definitely won't happen until next year, probably. Also, with the way things are with businesses and things at the moment, it's probably not a too great idea to do it now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
that's what I did. I was like, so the world's gone to hell. Let's start a new thing, because that's, I
mean, it seems like it's going pretty well for you, though.
But it's going well, yeah. So sometimes it doesn't matter. But yeah, it did add a little bit of flavouring to the experience.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a bit worried about what Mina Book 3 is going to do to the world, because Book 1 came out when bookshops were shut. Book 2 came out when Waterstones was going through complete meltdown. So Book 3, like, any ideas what I could cause with that? I don't know. I'm hoping that I might actually be able to go into a bookshop that can order the books in and is open. So
that would be novel, wouldn't it?
Novelty, yeah. So I've got lots of hopes. A Taste of Darkness in September. Sorry, Scholastic, you might have brought like the cursed author. Yeah, we'll see. I'm sure lots of people are in the same situation as me, but it did feel a little bit personal at the time.
It's hard for it to like not feel personal, I think.
There's no good time, is there, though, to do anything. I think there's always going to be something, and be it, Waterstone's ordering system changing over. Oh, sorry, Kev's trying to say something to me that I need to say that's important. I can't hear what he's saying, so I'll say it in the next sprint. Otherwise, I'm going to end up for 5 minutes going, "Wow, what are you saying?" I'm sure it's important. I will. I'll find out what Kev's saying, and I'll update you all after the sprint. Let's do another one. Do you two feel okay to do? I normally do a 30-minute sprint at the end, but I'm feeling, because it's a little bit earlier because I started off on my own. Are you okay with another 40?
Yeah.
I feel like I want to get this chapter done. I'm excited.
So
yeah, I like the dancing. I feel like it's energizing me a bit.
I was at a wedding this week, and I think it's like just set me off the right vibes.
Keep that going. If you can do that in this heat, I feel like even sitting still is a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
So we went swimming earlier just to try and cool down. Even the swimming pool, like the pool felt hot, the air felt hot. Like there's no escape from it right now.
Yeah, it's the worst. I've got like fans on in every room, windows open. There's not much point for having the windows open because there's no breeze outside.
We've got the front and back door open, and it is creating a slight breeze. But I'm just waiting for some sort of party to start off like with the curtains and have to shut it all. But so far, everybody's quiet. I'm probably the noisiest thing in the neighbourhood at the moment. Let's jump on to the next sprint then. I'll find out what Kev wants and do some writing. And you two enjoy your reading, and we will see you on the other side. Hello. Sorry to interrupt your reading, Charlie. You look like you're quite into that then. Oh, can't hear you. I've unmuted you. Charlie looks like she's saying interesting things and I can't hear. Can anybody else hear Charlie? Is this just me? Can you hear me, Charlie? This is very strange. Okay, so Hans had to go. I'm assuming people can still hear me. Do you want to, I'll remove you, Charlie, and then I'll add you back on. Is that okay? We'll see if that does anything. Any luck? No. Lost Charlie's sounds. Yeah, Kev's just going to check whether he can hear me. It could just be that I'm the one who's the problem here. If not, and we've kind of lost Charlie, we're sort of towards the end of the discussion anyway, so maybe we can wrap this up. And can you still hear me, Kev?
I can hear you.
It's a mystery Charlie sound. I've unmuted you. Let me mute. I'm trying to mute again, but let's just post the comments while Charlie have a look at your settings and whatever might have changed, or your wires, and I'll just see what the comments are saying. There's just one or two to catch up on. Oh, that sounds fun. I feel like you've spent the evening well. I had the opposite. It got to 4 o'clock and Nathan went, is it bedtime yet, Mummy? And that's a really rare question. So we've had kind of an early night, which isn't very common. I don't know what's happened to Charlie's sound. I've kind of done, you can just... Oh yeah, Stephen can't hear you either and Kev can't, so I'm assuming something's gone wrong. So I'm sorry that Charlie can't say goodbye to you in person. I'll speak on behalf of both of us. Thank you for joining us. I'll see if we can hear Charlie, if I can hear Charlie in the green room bit afterwards. Thank you so much for joining us, Nicole. I hope you've enjoyed that. I've really enjoyed my little impromptu sprint. I got loads of work done and weirdly sat and plotted a load of the book that I wasn't sure about. The mysteries of tech, so people can hear me but not Charlie. I mean, at this point I have no idea, but thank you for joining us, Charlie. I'm hoping I'll be able to hear you in a minute and that it's just StreamYard Live being awkward. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to be doing sprints this week. Keep an eye on my channel for when I'm doing them again. It will be definitely Thursday, possibly Tuesday as well. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Sorry about the sound problems. I don't quite know what happened. I just blame technology. Charlie is extremely expressive, so maybe it's enhanced by Charlie's words, but we can tell that Charlie's still excited to be here. So I'm going to end the broadcast now. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Oh, hello.
Oh. I heard myself.
I just had to have the final word. Look.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what happened there.
We were enjoying Charlie's interpretive dance. We didn't need to resort to. I don't know whether you do know sign language, but
no. But maybe I'll learn for next time. I don't know what happened there. Sorry, everyone.
Tech is delightful. Don't worry, we're very used to this. I've been doing a lot of virtual things since the pandemic, so I'm just fairly chilled about the whole thing now. The dancing fixed the sound, definitely. Charlie cannot be contained by technology.
No, I cannot be silenced.
Did you have a good sprint? I didn't get a chance to ask you because of the sound.
Yeah, I read some more of my book. I cleaned out the mice. And I had a cuddle with the cat because the cat always gets upset when I clean out the mice because, obviously I don't let the cat near the mice.
There's a slight conflict of interest there, maybe.
Yeah, there's just a slight one. So, yeah, but that's all my job's done. So I think I'm going to spend the rest of the evening reading, maybe get some food. But I'm still too hot, so...
I'm going to go to bed soon, I think, but I am going to read a little bit more of this because it's really cute and spooky and fun. I keep holding up even though the title isn't on there. It's called It Came From the Woods, I think. I'm very bad at book titles. I was going to show you the information that came with it, but this is the information about Catherine Foxfield's new book, which you should also pre-order. Getting Away with Murder arrived, and I, being the chaos demon that I am, just shoved it in the wrong book. So there we go.
That's what I do. I've just got those sheets everywhere. I randomly find those sheets at like the most inconvenient times, just like randomly stashed into books or on shelves or.
Yeah, I mean, they're useful, aren't you? They have all the details what you need, so you keep them. But then, like me, you keep them in the wrong place, so you don't know where they are.
Yeah, I never know where they are when I actually need them. So I end up like Googling the information, and then. So really, I should just recycle the sheets and like save myself the hassle, but I don't learn. So.
No, well, clearly I'm in the same boat. So thank you, everyone. I'm going to go and read a little bit, but we will hopefully see you in a future sprint, and we will, catch you on Thursday, maybe another day if I manage to fit one in. Well, bye for now. Bye.